lunch. Good morning, everyone. Let's see, I got to sleep about 12:30 last night. Woke up at 5, so I did not get great sleep. I definitely slept better in my hammock the last 2 nights than here. I mean, it's nothing against the hotel. I think I'm just anxious about the next, about today. I think we're going to stop maybe at a Labyrinth this morning. That's just right down the street. We've been joking that we have the Unica curse because that's the mountain that I got sick on. And supposedly that the mountain is cursed or something. There's some tales about it. And so we're hoping to go to the Labyrinth and take that curse off of us. And this trip, even though this trip has been so much fun, but I think we're on plan XYZ maybe. So hopefully we will get to go do that this morning once we get everything together. I'm going to eat my breakfast first and finish packing up. I've got almost everything together, just the last minute food stuff I need to put together. So go to the Labyrinth. We're going to take one of the cars to, we'll drive to Lemon Gap and then leave one car there. And then we're going to drive 20 minutes down to Max Patch. And we will probably have lunch at Max Patch. And then we'll hike in 2 miles to a shelter, stay there overnight. And then we will hike 4 more miles down to Lemon Gap where the other car will be. And then we're on to our next adventure. And more about that later. But yeah, this has been fun. Definitely not what I had planned. I planned on doing 40 miles from Beauty Spot to 19E. We were going to stay at a hostel. I'd already booked our bunks for the night. So that's what the plan was. But sometimes our plans have to change, and they end up being way cooler than I could have ever imagined. This has been a lot of fun and a really cool way to see some neat stuff on the AT. I also really want to show you how I've redone my food for this trip. Since we're kind of doing like a 2 days or like a 1-day trip, I want to kind of show you what I ended up doing. I think in theory, though, if you watched my food video, if you remember, I had all my breakfast in one bag, my lunches in one bag, my dinners in a bag, and that has been working out great, especially because the kind of adventure this is ended up being. It's been kind of nice to just grab what I want for that day or for that particular adventure. So let me show you what I've done, what I've put together for this particular adventure at Max Patch. All right, so here's all of my meals for lunch, dinner, and then breakfast in the morning. So what I have here is my lunch here. So this is what I'll be taking on trail for my lunch. Then for dinner, I'm going to have stuffing and mashed potatoes along with bacon, Velveeta. I'll add all that on trail. And then here in the morning, I have some honey almond oatmeal, and again, I can either cold soak it, I can eat it cold in the morning, which is probably what I'll end up doing, or I can warm up my water and eat it hot. All of my snacks are in my fanny pack. That's where I keep them always. So there's enough snacks in there to cover me for today and tomorrow. Also, forgot to mention, I'm packing out 2 pieces of leftover pizza and a whole pack of Doritos. So we're going to be eating good tonight. Max Patch is up there. So we parked, the AT is down here, and there's only 2 parking spots there. And there was already a car there when we passed it to go take the car to the other end that we're doing. So we parked here, and then we've hiked along here to get us here. And so now we're just going to go up to Max Patch now. Max Patch. Woo! It's beautiful up here. It's very windy, but it feels great. It's sunny, perfect weather. It's so cool to see all these mountains. I mean, we're just surrounded by mountains. I mean, they're all over the place. Can't wait to get my app finder out and find out what all these, is that the Smokies? I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna sit up here and chill for a while, I think. So wander around, meander, and find a place to sit down and have some lunch. This is awesome. We just finished up our very long lunch break. It was, I think, the best lunch break ever. And I know I probably said that about yesterday's lunch break on top of Gassy Ridge. But now we just have 2 miles, 1.9 to be exact, to get to our shelter, which is the Roaring Fork shelter, I believe. And so we'll fill up on water probably right before we get there. There's a spring. And then, so yeah, it's just an easy 2 miles down, I believe. So we're just about half a mile from Max Patch. This is a great little ridge area to camp at. There's several campsites here. You get the view of the valley, but the protection from the wind being here in these trees. We just totally found some lady slippers. Like, I've heard of them, I've seen them, but never in real person. There's like a big old cluster.
Some people are leaving them alone.
Yeah. We just ran into the cutest old guy. He Definitely would have put him in my pack and took him home with me if I could have. But gosh, he was probably, I mean, I don't, in his 80s at least, I bet. He's old. He's old. Very cute. He was coming up the hill as we were coming down it. But oh, I just had to let you all know that age can be just a number. Don't matter how old you are or what difficulties you might have. It's just good to be out here, no matter how slow you're going or how short the hike may be. Any day out here is better than not being out here. So, but it's beautiful down here. We're just working our way to the shelter. I think I'll put a cottage right there.
Right, you got a good water source.
And I'm going to live here. I got water. Max Patch is up there somewhere. Yep. I'm staying here.
Smoke breaking the spot.
So we're going to the left, towards the Lemon Gap. That's where the car's at. Cute. Hi! Cute little meadow that we came out on. Yep. Onward north.
We are 22 miles from our last chance for water source.
We have made it to Roaring Fork Shelter. Got my hammock all set up. I'm not sure still if I'm going to put a tarp up. There's not any chance of rain, so I may not leave it up. There's some snacks I'm getting ready to eat because I'm hungry, but it's not dinner time yet. I've got some Doritos. I may get those out. But this is pretty awesome. I've already taken a test drive. It feels great. Privy's down here. Susie's back behind these trees. these people are staying all night. There's more sites down back behind there, and then the trail goes back out this way. So it's beautiful. It's a great first night on the trail, or first night on the trail in a shelter. You can see the mountains back here behind the trees. Oh, it's so pretty. There's a breeze. It's perfect weather to be here. I'm so excited. That's my view from the hammock. I can think of a lot of worse places to be right now. So, I just finished my snacks. I also forgot I brought in 2 pieces of pizza from dinner last night, so I ate a piece of that. And got my Jolly Rancher in. And, but, yeah, I'm just sitting here lounging, relaxing. It feels great out here. And so, just enjoying it. I may take a nap. I don't know. I don't know if I'm tired enough to take a nap, but we'll see. But yeah, the hike down here was really nice. We saw that cute little waterfall at the water, which was just 0.2 before we got to the shelter. And what else? We have, I think it's 4 miles to the car at Lemon Gap. It's all downhill pretty much. And there's water. I don't know, there's probably a dozen water spots on the way down there. And then, so we won't have any, to carry very much water. You can easily carry a liter and you'll be fine. And then the plan is to take the car to our next destination. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So, but I don't know how much more I may record tonight. I think I may just put the phone up. It's almost dead. I'm going to have to charge it anyways. But I'll probably come back in and tell you all good night. But I'm loving this. This has been great. So I've just been editing my first video from the trip. It's been so nice to do that while I'm still out here and it's fresh. But I needed to make a potty break. You too can do all of this if you will just poop in the woods. But I wanted to show you the privy. This will be the first one I've done on the AT. So how exciting is that? And you all get to be a part of it with me. Here you go. Here's the privy. And this is my view. See you in a minute. So I think I'm going to edit another video. And then I may start dinner. Hey guys. So I just had dinner. It was delicious and I ate all of it. It was stuffing, mashed potatoes, dehydrated veggies, and then the rest of that Velveeta cheese packet that I had. So I fixed that, and then some hot apple cider, and it was really, really good. There's several people here. There's a couple that's retired, and they're section hiking the whole AT. It's pretty cool. And then there's a retired pastor here, whose wife was also a bank teller. And so, as most of you as some of you may know, my husband's a pastor and I'm a bank teller. So that was kind of cool to talk to them. And I had dinner with them and another gentleman. And there's other people here too. But I didn't want to film a lot because I'm just not comfortable doing that around other people that aren't my friends. So we hung our bear bag on a bear cable, which was the first time I'd ever done that. It got twisted and we used the wrong hook and it was a whole ordeal, but we got it, so it's hung up. So I probably will not be back tonight. So just wanted to tell you guys good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. So slept really good last night for the second half of the day. The first part I was up a lot, going to the restroom and stuff. But I probably won't film very much because my power bank is dead, and I have two, but I only brought one when we came to the shelter because I was only going to need one more charge out of it. So I have another one that's full for the next leg of the trip. But so I probably won't film much. My phone's only at like 45%, I think. But it's a beautiful morning. The birds are chirping. The sun's coming up. I'm going to lay here a little bit longer before I get our food bags down and start eating breakfast, which I think is going to be some honey almond oatmeal. And I'll probably just eat it cold so I don't have to mess with the stove and all that this morning. But we've got 4 miles out to Lemon Gap. And then we're going to travel to our next destination. And it's a new one for me. It's not on the AT. It's closer to home. It's about 4 hours from here, so we'll have a 4-hour drive. And we're going to the Red River Gorge. So I think we're actually going to do we're going to camp at the backpacking campsites at Coomer Ridge probably, and then just do some day hikes tomorrow. We may do a hike tonight. It just kind of depends on how we feel after the 4 miles out, the 4-hour drive, all of that. But definitely some day hikes tomorrow. Susie is from that area. She knows a lot about the area, so she was excited to hear that I had never been, and so we decided that's where we were going to go. So I think that's it. I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Here's the shelter. Hey guys, we are done with the AT portion of this adventure. We're just right now we're at a cute little pond that we were passing on the road after we left from picking up the car, and then we're gonna head to Max Patch and get the other car. But this has been a wild and crazy adventure, and I'm sad that it's over, but this has been the most fun I've had on a hiking trip. I think this has just been a lot of fun. It's been just free to do what we want and what adventure do we want to have that day. This last section that we did from Max Patch to Lemon, I keep calling it Lemon Drop Gap, but it's Lemon Gap. It was pretty easy, good for a beginner, just 6 miles. And you could totally add on Hot Springs, which is another 14 miles after this. But this has been a lot of fun. And we're going to head over and get her car, and then we're going to head on to our next adventure. We're here, guys. Coomer Ridge. Getting ready to fill out my slip. So excited. It was a long trip to get here. So I'm going to fill out my slip wherever that is, and I'll check in with you in a minute. Hey guys, so I am obviously not set up at camp. I am here at the campground, but my hiking partner Susie, her transmission actually went out when she went home to get a few things for the camp tonight. So she's not going to be able to make it back here, and I'm fine with setting up by myself. I'm fine being alone. However, there's no good trees at the campsite for my hammock, and I've never set my tarp up as a shelter on its own, and I can't figure it out. So that is something I want to figure out at home, so I can use it if this happens again. So I'm just gonna go on home, and but I will be back with Susie to do Red River Gorge soon. And it's okay. That's just how this adventure has been. Many twists and turns. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure. You get to a certain page in the book and you got to pick which way to go, and I'm okay with that. So this trip has been a lot of fun. It's been great. I have loved every moment of it, other than getting sick on Yanaka. But I just want to let you know that I am very grateful for all of you who have been following along my journey here. Please take the time now to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There will be more stuff coming throughout the year. And I just want to say thank you, and I will see you soon out on the trails. So happy hiking.